Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Wednesday wishes from the Soul Source.
Yes.
I, Jen, am with Catherine.
Yes, once again.
And we are here to bring you our messages for the week. So our main message that we want to start off with is don't be afraid to be I-centered.
Correct. That's our message. That's what came out of the cards right away.
Correct. So, and I think we came up with that because all of these cards have a circle. Mm-hmm. They have another circle inside, which is like the iris of your eye. Mm-hmm. And when you look at this, there is a 1 on the one side and a 1 on this side. And then the 4 is about the directions. Mm-hmm. So we really wanted to let you know the main message is focusing on the heart chakra today.
Right.
And that's the center card here in green. Green is a lovely color for spring and for new beginnings. Right. And we were talking about when in shamanic practices, a lot of indigenous cultures, many, not all, but many look at the East as a new beginning. Mm-hmm. And it's usually in many cultures associated with fire. Right. So these cards all have some type of fire, and the fire is about your divine light. It's not just about let's go camping and sing Kumbaya.
Right. You can do that. Right. That's always lovely, but there's more to it.
Right. So it is about every morning when you get up, mm-hmm. ask yourself, am I tending my fire? How can I light my fire today? And then go out into the world, and how can you express to the divine that I am shining and tending the light of my being so that I can shine it and share it with the rest of the world. Right. So I think that's really good.
And our question for the passion card, when we asked what is the medicine that is needed for the heart chakra card, passion came right out right away. And that's, a lot of people, feel maybe it's selfish to tend to themselves or, be I-centered, but it's okay.
Right.
It's okay to be I-centered because when we do pray, and we were discussing this before, my prayer is always to be a direct, reflection of the divine in the world. I'm not always, yes, I know. We don't always succeed. We're human.
Right, I know.
But we do pray for that. We do ask, help us to be a vehicle, or a reflection of the divine and be of service. So, it's important that we go to our heart, and then the passion is what's going to fuel that for us.
Correct.
And then our other question here.
Right. We asked about what the challenge was or what the difficulty might be this week in following our heart and in following our passion. Mm-hmm. And we came up with the Wheel of Fortune. Right. So the Wheel of Fortune, we were like, Pat, may I please have an eye?
like to buy a vowel.
Right.
But the Destiny card in the traditional deck is Wheel
Right.
of Fortune. And we did think that was pretty funny because it's I-centered, and that is actually
the message.
The vowel that's coming up for us.
I.
So it's and it's important that we really root into ourselves because we have to shine. Right. We have to be all that we can be to walk our purpose. And so many of us are told, through community, through religion, through families, through whatever, that it's not okay to be centered within ourselves. But without that, you really can't be the person we're meant to be here.
Right. And Catherine and I were talking about too, I think the distinction is a lot of times we focus on self. So self many times is more associated with selfishness, mm-hmm. whereas when we focus on the I, think about the visualization of an eye. So the eye goes to the sky and it comes down to the earth and it roots in. And the space in between is the space that we exist in here in this normal earthly realm. Mm-hmm. And so we are that vessel, that channel. So whenever we live in that space of I and not self-purpose, there is a difference. So self is focusing on there is a competition. It isn't about that I am divine, I am divinely connected. It's about, I am self and everyone else out here is trying to do something against me. So think about that distinction. Right. So, and live with purpose about how you can be connected to Creator each and every day.
And just know too that you don't need validation from outside
Right.
sources.
Right.
So many of us are looking for validation, from teachers, from programs, through certifications, through different things. Not that they're not important and not that they're not
Right.
blessings and help us, but we often have innate wisdom within ourselves if we
Correct.
just stop and go inward and listen and look.
Right.
So allow that passion just to bubble up. Allow that passion to bring, some joy and happiness.
Right.
to your
And then
life.
follow. I mean, if you want to go for a certification, that's great.
Yeah.
But again, don't trust someone else more than you trust yourself.
True.
So
Right.
it's really important because when we trust ourselves fully, we are also trusting the Creator.
Right.
And that's where we are for today. So we hope that this message about being I-centered this week, not being afraid to be I-centered, and to focus on your divine path, your divine heart, your divine passion, really helps you, because when we do that, the wheel of fortune spins. It's all about the directions. And when we are living from our heart and from our passion, that directional wheel moves effortlessly, so that we too may move effortlessly through life.
Right?
Yeah.
Well said.
So
All right.
we hope that you enjoyed this message and that you have a wonderful week. The sun is shining and
Finally.
yeah, exactly. So thank you so much from our heart to yours here at the Soul Source.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Take care. Have
Bye.
a good week.